That down. Let's move on to this. Under the category of Dear God, Why? We have a new movie announced, according to Deadline. Because, since Super Mario Brothers and Minecraft have made so much money, any video game movie will make money, right? Well, that seems to be the thinking of one Michael Bay. As according to Deadline, Michael Bay and Sydney Sweeney are going to be producing a new Outrun movie.
The video game with no story.
With
She
no
wasn't even
characters.
born when that was in arcades.
No.
I know.
I was, unfortunately.
With no characters, no real
Great
story.
game, though.
But it is now. In their defense, no characters, no story, whatever. I did say the same thing about the Lego movie.
Sure.
When they were making, you're making a movie about plastic building blocks. Well, the key was they built a great story around it. So now we're going to get an Outrun thing, which, man, I mean, this was perfect. Because actually, bring my screen up again. This was perfect that they put this graphic in there, because when I first read it, I couldn't even remember the game. And then that graphic came up. I'm like, oh my God, I played that when I was a child, for heaven's sakes.
And it was a great game.
And it was a fun game, especially at the time. I don't know that it aged particularly great, but there it is, right? And it was popular like throughout the 80s. So they're going to decide to make a movie about that. Now, it should be noted that there's nothing in any of the reports saying that Sydney Sweeney will be in the movie. It's just reporting that she's going to be producing it along with Michael Bay. And I don't know if the race car will transform into some giant robot at some point, or if the U.S. Navy will come sailing in and dropping off cars. I don't know. But look, if this is based or predicated on the idea that, well, hey, they just made a video game movie and it made all this money, let's just dig up any video game we can get the rights to and make. I just don't understand. And if you have a great original idea to build this movie around, why not just make that movie and not put a title on it that most people won't even recognize? So I don't know. This is one of those things where, and by the way, I am a Michael Bay apologist for the most part.
Same.
Yeah, really?
I freaking love all those explosions, man.
I mean, I hated most of his Transformers movies,
Yeah,
but I'm actually a fan of a lot of his other stuff. So
I'm an
that
apologist too. I apologize to all those who have to watch
who had to watch this movie.
I will die on the dark of the Moon Hill.
So I like Michael Bay, I do. Although I hated his ambulance movie. Remember that one?
Oh, that wasn't
like,
good. But I really love his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I know
did
that upsets
too.
people. I think they're so fun.
No, to be fair, like he has hits, he has misses, he has hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has hits, right? He definitely has hits. So I'm gonna just cross my fingers. Although I am gonna scratch my head about the whole philosophy behind doing this one. But hey, hopefully it turns out great. Chris, you saw this news.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
I'm a little confused by it. And Outrun is a little before my time, and so I didn't play this one, but I've seen some of the iconography from it. But yeah, it's how do you differentiate this from other racing franchises, aside from like, this is one of those games that is in the top 100 for Sega?
I mean, it didn't do well for Need for Speed.
No.
You know?
And when Gran Turismo was decently received,
Right.
you know?
I surprisingly liked that one.
I feel
I didn't
like
think I would, but I did end up liking that
I watched
one.
that movie and was like, wow, David Harbour, do your shoulders hurt from holding up this whole film? But it wasn't for me. I think it's an interesting story, but I just didn't think it was executed as well as it could have been. So I'm just a little confused by what this is going to be, unless they're going to kind of lean into the camp and very like late 80s, early 90s style of this. I'm just trying to figure out the why of this movie.
Well, Minecraft, Mario Brothers is probably the
Sure.
why, which is a bad reason.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that money is a very big why, but, you know, Rob, you ate a face. Tell me why. Tell me why.
To follow up with the why of it, I really want to know how this deal between Sydney Sweeney and Michael Bay came about. Like, were they just dining at Dan Tana's one night and they saw each other across the room?
Dan
going,
Tana's,
we
that's a
should
deep
do
cut.
something together. Let's do an Outrun movie. Like, I want to know how this kind of thing happened. Was it pitched to them separately in separate meetings, or did Sydney Sweeney, does she know Michael Bay? Like, Michael Bay is looking for something to do, and this is what they could do, anything in the world. But it was Outrun that they settled on.
Sydney Sweeney, by the way, has been doing a lot of producing lately. She's actually
no,
getting
of
more and
course,
more involved
but
as a producer.
You're not going to convince me that she was one day looking at her retro gaming collection and decided, you know what the world needs? Outrun. I mean, you know what? Let me be the first person to throw in the Mattel Electronics in television game Utopia. Now there's something that needs a video game adaptation.
People are like, in television.
Yeah, I know.
I hope that she likes retro gaming. That'd be such a fun little.
You know-
Well,
Sydney
you know what?
Sweeney
If suddenly she
fun
comes
fact.
out, you find out she's got a basement arcade full of
She could.
only, like she's got Star Castle.
For all you
Oh,
know, her
damn.
father
Okay.
or whatever was an enthusiast, and that's what she grew up with. I
It
don't know.
could be. Could be. I don't mean to denigrate anybody on this. I'm just wondering how it happened and how it came to be, and who decided, yes, we're going to finance an Outrun movie.
Saw this great conversation when Sydney Sweeney came up, and this was actually a line from it. Do you mean the girl from the bath soap commercial? The genie girl in the bath soap commercial? Yes. That's exactly who we're talking about.
I love that is how somebody knows her, and only that.
She's the
The nun's so
genie.
immaculate.
Oh,
the bath
okay.
soap genie.
Neat.
Again, I'm going to cheer for it. I think they would be doing themselves a favor if they came out and announced that Sydney was going to be in the movie. That makes it a little bit more of an attraction to people. But anyway, guys, question is for you. I don't know. What do you think about this? They're going to make an Outrun movie. Michael Bay is going to do an Outrun movie with Sydney Sweeney. They're going to be producing this thing. Good idea, bad idea. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.